today we are not going to talk about gear, we're going to learn a song. A song from Bruno Mars, it's called Perm. It has a really groovy old school bass line and we're going to learn the bass line, so let's get started. To learn the song step by step. Mainly the song is about 3 different parts: verse, pre-chorus and chorus. We're going to start with the first part with the verse. I'm going to play it for you full speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's slow it down. I start with my pinky finger on the G, that's the 3rd fret of the E string. So that's my first note. And then the second note is a B flat. It's the 1st fret on the A string. It's my minor 3rd. And the last tone for this verse groove is an F. It's the 1st fret on the E string. So these are my 3 notes. Really slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the bass riff actually. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Be careful to not play on the 4th beat, because there's a snare sound and you don't want to play into the snare sound. So on the 4 there's a break. It's really break. Okay, so be sure to really not play into the snare sound. The drummer will like you. So this part is the transition to the pre-chorus. So there's a slide at first to the D. It's the 5th fret on the A string. I do it with my pinky finger, because then I could play the C, that's on the 3rd fret. And then I go to the E string. Maybe some people will play, but I think it's much more low end when you play it on the E string. Slide, D, C, B flat, A. Now let's go on to the next part. It's the pre-chorus, and first I'm going to play it at full speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will slow it down for you. Index finger on the 3rd fret on the A string. So we've got a C. That's our first note. The second note, it's an E flat. And play the E flat with your pinky finger. So it's like C and E flat. And the 3rd tone is going to be a G on the next string on the 5th fret. And I'm playing this with my middle finger. So I'm playing index, pinky, and then my middle finger. So together with the rhythm, it sounds like this. these are the first 2 bars. I will count in for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. And the second time he's using the octave. So it's like 4. And now with the octave. These are the parts. So the second one. And then he goes down chromatically. So he will start on the A string with a D, and then chromatic, D flat to the C. And now I'm here with my index finger, then I go back with my pinky finger to play that chromatic line. All in all, it will sound like this. And now at the end, he's also playing like in the first part, D, C, B flat, A. With the slide at the beginning. So this was the second part. Let's move on to the third one. The most difficult one, I would say, and it is the chorus. It's pretty groovy, so I'm going to play it for you at full speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's slow it down. This is my personal fingering. I think it's very comfortable because it's almost in one position. Of course you can start over here, but then it gets a little bit difficult also because of the speed over here. So I prefer to start with my middle finger on the C. It's on the 8th fret of the E string. So let's start over here. Then we have got on the 7th fret of the A string, so it's the next string, with my index finger. So we've got my major third. Then we've got an F sharp, and then let's go to the G. So that's the first part. Okay? And let's try it with the rhythm. The rhythm is a little bit difficult. At the second beat, you have to be at the 2E and E. So you have got 1, 2E and E. And on the third and the fourth bar, you're at the 1 and. So all in all, it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the first phrase. Try it in a loop and just practice that thing. And then, that's the most difficult one. Start with the pinky finger on the 10th fret on the D string. Then you have got pinky finger, index finger, then the middle finger and the pinky finger. So that's just practice these two parts. And then together, really, really slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. And then at the end he's playing ba ga So he's going to the 6th and 7th fret of the E string. And I prefer to play it with index and middle finger, so my first and my second finger. That's my first, second, third and fourth finger. It's like bub, ga, ga, because I have enough time. And also here, I'm going from the C to the E, and you can move to the first over here, or you also can play like 2, 1, 2, 4, and then go with the 4 to the G. What you prefer? I prefer to play like, and then 1, 2, and then with the middle finger again. Before you play the whole song at full speed, really practice all of the 3 parts really slow. I know playing to metronome could be annoying. You also could go to YouTube and maybe play with the tune, because there's a function where you can press half the speed or like 75% of the speed. Just play around and have fun with the groove. Also have a listen to the original bass line, what tone length he's playing. That's really important. So have a listen and just feel the groove. Thank you guys for watching. I just realized that I never see the ending of a video, so I'm so glad that you're still here. This was our very first lesson, so I want to know if it was helpful, or if you want to learn more songs or more Bruno Mars songs or whatever. Just leave a comment. I hope to see you soon. Bye! 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's my birthday. No, it's not. But I still look good though. How come? Ow. I bet you want an autograph. But you and your friends gotta do it in the penthouse. That's why I keep my pen. What, you can't dance? Ain't got rhythm? What, you got a man? I don't see you with him. Put your phone down. Let's get it. Forget your Instagram and your Twitter. Got me like, whoa. Wait a minute. You need to take a minute. Loosen them shoulders up. Pull it up. Let's work. Throw some perm on your attitude. Girl, you gotta relax. Ooh. Let me show you what you got to do. You gotta lay it back. Matter of fact, bang. Show how to lay it back. Show how to lay it back. Show how to lay it back. Ow. Show how to lay it back. Alright. Come on, baby, I love you. No, you don't. You never know I might though. Can't say I won't. There's that smile I'm looking for. Was that so hard? If you ever need a smile again, girl, take my card. Razzle dazzle, never gonna stop. What you want is what I got. You wanna get down, you gotta get up. Don't be stingy with your big old butt. You got a booty like, whoa. Wait a minute, I'm just playing with you. Loosen them shoulders up, pull it up. Let's work. Throw some perm on your attitude. Girl, you gotta relax. Ooh. Let me show you what you got to do. You gotta lay it back. Matter of fact, bang. Show how to lay it back. Show how to lay it back. Show how to lay it back. Ow. Show how to lay it back. Alright. Hey, now you got it, baby. You trying to have some fun tonight? You just gotta follow these simple instructions. You ready?